Welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Randomized. Let me get this set up. Make sure the actual randomizer will be, working. That's a kind of important thing. All right, so that's all set up. And we should be good to go. Oh, geez, that's a little loud. Fix that a little more. Perfect. When last we left off, last time, we got to the Shrine of Amana. So I think what we'll do is I'm actually going to wait until after meeting Vendrick before I actually go into the DLCs for specific reasons. Which, we'll get to when the time comes. Technically, not the first time meeting Vendrick, but a little after when we can talk to him some more. Because there is dialogue that we can get specific to the DLCs with him. Oop. Dropped his thing. Alright, so there are things to start grabbing for. I'm gonna have to find the Mastodon Halberd. It's heavy as hell, but the Mailbreaker and Yorg's Ring. Which one is Yorg's Ring? Hold on. Can deflect spells. Can deflect spells, that's it. So this is another DLC item similar to the Drakeblood Sword. We are not super... Yeah, we don't really need that at the moment. How about no? I'm not going to try rolling. Well, that actually worked out better than I thought it would. Hey, can you pop one of those real quick? Thank you. I think I might need a torch real quick, just so I can see exactly where the ground ends there. Okay, so be careful of that. I think I just want to see where the pits are. Yes, that was a dumb idea. But hey, you know what? Kinda worked. The important thing is we survived. Is that it for over here? I think that might be it. For items, yeah. Alright, we're good. I know you said queso, but I heard queso, so that's how I choose to... You know what? Yes. That's the lore now. Oh, shit! I thought you were Cash. Oh, that's right. I should probably take care of this problem before I go into that room for reasons. But yes, queso. Do not scare away the little butterflies, and they can't scare away the butterflies. So there's singing going on, and that is actually keeping these things pacified. So I don't have to really worry about them Unless the singing stops for it. Is that like the second? Wait. Do I have multiple pairs of Havel's legs? Or is it just the one? Where are you? No, it's just the one. Okay. What else did I get of Havel's? Was it the helmet? No. Gloves, maybe? I know I have at least 2 pieces of Havel's gear. Maybe it is... Is it? Which I'm not going to be wearing because it's heavy as hell. Although that was a legit strategy for a while. Especially in PvP early on. You could put on Havel's gear, get yourself like a Mastodon halberd, enchant it with lightning, and just charge people and start spinning around. And you had so much friggin' defense they couldn't really do anything about it. Okay, that's the problem, see. The singing stopped. Now they're all alive. Or awake. Or, you know, ow. And they do bleed damage. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me, sir. Now I kind of want Mexican food. I want a queso. It's like some dip. Some tortillas with queso dip. Ow. I choose to believe that life gems are basically little tortillas. This is the new lore. We are meant to bring our own interpretation to the story of Dark Souls, and that is the lore. It's really all about how the bearers of the Four Great Souls wanted to open a taco restaurant. I choose to believe, yes. Can I close? Is there a cursed jar? I didn't think there was. Oh, hi, how you doing, hon?
We knew you were coming. And stopped singing. We are Milfinito.
Could you start singing again? Because that makes my life infinitely easier.
Sing to those bound by death and dark. We will sing here forever, as we always have, from long, long ago. We know nothing of the world outside, and why should we? For we will never leave.
But you know enough about like fashion
Do you seek
to have like a specific, like a dress that is like has this, you know, like a kind of a pattern on it.
After all, we know nothing of the world outside.
Yeah, so you said.
For we will never leave here.
That's basically what they do.
The little ones grant
20 bucks for a camo. That's basically what they're doing. For like Agdane and like the Finito. Like for the whoever's bearing Nito's soul, it's like they're like, yeah, you stay here. You're not gonna leave, but yeah, you'll get like rewarded. You know, you get a roof over your head. I mean, look at this. It's great. All you gotta do is, yeah, we're just gonna record you singing. Yeah, just use that as that's how you make your living now.
Perhaps this will help.
Not what I was hoping you'd give me, but okay.
That we can do. When we sing, the little ones dance. The little ones grant comfort to those who bear death and dark. This is what we were taught.
So the Milfinito and the Finito are basically, it's kind of because they were like, well, other people, like the, you know, the light soul has the gods, the life soul has the witches, the dark soul has humans. Well, the death soul needs someone. Despite the fact that it really doesn't. It's death. It's the dead are that. But they're like, no, Nito needs people. So this is what they have. Character orb, nothing I'm going to be using. Great. So basically, they are more, not even quite shepherds of the dead. They're there to make sure the dead stay rested and undisturbed. The Milfinito sing to kind of comfort the dead, and the Finito and the Grave Wardens are there basically to make sure that tombs are undisturbed. Okay, good. You start singing. That's what we want. I'll deal with these assholes. Yes, it's a roof that's caved in, but it's not like it's gonna rain in here. I mean, we're inside... Well, I was gonna say we're inside a completely covered cave, but there's no guarantee that's the sky. That could just be something from inside the castle. So it's... I've never seen it rain in here. That's probably because FromSoft didn't know how to make weather effects. Wait, that's not true. It does rain on the way to Drying Light Castle. We already saw that in that one spot. Blackfire, Soul of Zalan, the King's Pet. Wait, which one's that? Hold on. Where are you? Soul of Zalan, the King's Pet. Which one were you, and what do I get from you? So that's from the Ivory King DLC, I believe. I can get the Lois Shield from Mornifex. Although it did seem like what we learned last time was that it doesn't matter if I have the soul. Like if the randomizer hands me a soul before I fight the boss, it doesn't matter. She will only get new things to trade after I kill the boss, so it doesn't matter. So I might as well... that's a decent shield. Kinda. Nah, not really. I'll probably just eat that later. Just nom. It's not all that great. I was gonna say it looked like a decent shield, but I don't think it's actually that great. I think it's more... Because there are shields that don't have a lot of great physical resistance, but they have tons of great, like, either elemental or status resistant. I think that's what that one is. But personally, I would... I see you. So this area in the original version of the game, before Scholar of the First Sin came out, in Dark Souls 2 Vanilla... Is that just... Wait. Didn't I already get one of those? Maybe not. No, yeah, that's the Looking Glass Knight Soul. I could get his sword, or I could get his shield. Soul of the Looking Glass Knight who challenges visitors to the Lordless Castle. Long ago, the King's Passage was a route taken by the bravest warriors to prove themselves, but now it only prevents one from pursuing the runaway king. So, he's somewhere deeper than we are. We know the king left. So these guys are still kind of pacified because they are technically still being sung to. These guys don't care. But in the vanilla, these guys were way harder to see in the water. And the next part of the part we're coming up to was infinitely harder. They made this a lot easier in Scholar of the First Sin, or I'd say more fair in general, but it's still not an easy. Fading Soul and Poison Stone. Poison's, not really. The next area, we're going to be dealing with a lot of spellcasters, but they changed the tracking so that it wasn't quite as aggressive on their spells, but it's still not an easy area at all. It's just a bit more fair to deal with. And we're already getting pelted. I might need to buy some arrows to take these assholes out. Let's do that. Who has fire arrows? Did Ornifex have fire arrows? She might have. You know, first things first, let's cash in on souls. I'm set on 74,000. I don't want to end up dying. So currently, if we start piecing together what's going on, the king leaves. Nishandra's plotting something. We're still not entirely sure what she wants. So the king left. She didn't like that the king left. It was kind of to stop her. But, so we already know that there's the Mirror Knight that was there to stop anyone from following the king. So that's one security measure in place already. And we're going to see just how ridiculous his security measures were and how effective they were, that we're the only ones who ever get to see him. Like, it gets ridiculous just how many roadblocks he put up in Nishandra's place. Do you sell anything arrow-wise? No. And I know she doesn't sell. Well, she may sell regular arrows, but I kind of want something. Oh wait, I have 98 fire arrows already. Oh fuck it, now we're done. Leveling up. Do I have any fire seeds? I should check that. What do I want here? We have 100 agility. That's pretty good, so I don't really need adaptability. I could start pumping these, but how many level ups do I get? 4. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, all HP. HP is a good dump stat. You will get a lot of diminishing returns on almost everything else. The general rule has always been, for strength and dex, whatever you need to just use, to use whatever weapon and shield you want. Less strength if you plan on two-handing. And then for like adaptability, there is a soft cap when you start getting real diminishing returns. Same with stamina, you can pretty much pump up pretty nicely. Carry weight, there is a point when it's pointless to keep putting carry weight on if you can get a good roll without needing, like if you can wear all your armor and weapons and you still get a good dodge roll, you don't get the fatty roll, then yeah, why would you give yourself more carry weight? Do I have any? I don't have any fire seeds. That's okay, because I think my pyromancy flame is kind of ridiculously high right now. I think it's like +7. I got super lucky on that. Back to Shrine of Amana. But I believe, yeah, adaptability, I think you can go up to 104 agility before you start getting so little agility that it's not worth leveling that. Then you have to level attunement if you want to go higher than 104. This is Dark Souls leveling. It's stupid. Which is why really I don't bother with magic or anything like that, for the most part. Unless I'm specifically going for a very, very, very specific build. But normally, quality build is a king in Dark Souls, which is just like 40 strength, 40 dex, you can use almost anything. And it's really... Oh, hi, guy. So yeah, these spellcaster ladies, they were a problem in vanilla. Okay, now we're already starting to see the diminishing returns of this weapon. I was about to say earlier, I need to find another weapon to completely max out. It might be the Flamberge, it might be... I'm not sure yet. But yeah, in the original version of the game, yeah, even like those spellcasters way, way over there, they'd be firing at me already. And their spells would track even like more than they currently are. Like you can just walk around these basically. Before, oh no, their tracking was way more aggressive. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deal with you right the fuck now. Actually, you know what? I have fireballs. And the reason why I like pyromancy as magic instead of like actual magic. Okay, the hitboxes are a little problematic. So you know what? We will just do this. Pyromancy comes from the soul of life, and it's basically literally your like own life force that you're using as like kindling. So it doesn't actually stack with intelligence, faith, any of those magic stats. It's just you. So the damage is what it is. And the more you level up your pyromancy flame, the more damage you'll be doing. They changed that in Dark Souls 3, so I think it was like a combination of your strength, your wisdom and, or rather intelligence and faith, which was dumb. Like, why? It's supposed to just be you. It's your life. Which is also why it was super important in Dark Souls 1 when Laurentius gives you a pyromancy flame. He says, just so you know, I'm giving you actually part of my own life force. That's part of me that you have. So, you know, it's kind of a big deal when a pyromancer teaches a new person to be a pyromancer, because they have to give of themselves to do it. And Renchi is just like one of the best characters from Dark Souls 1. So everyone loves him. Okay, what do you guys drop? Hi. Ow. He was a good dude. Divine Blessing? I'll take that. That's a decent healy thing. So he's got to be somewhat careful over here. Fortunately, once we get to the boss, it's kind of a cakewalk. Alone Knight armor. So I got the... I think I already have a couple pieces of that armor. Yeah, this is so much easier to deal with these guys now. You can just sidestep slightly. Oh, that's right. There's a Dragon Rider over there. We don't need to deal with them. Oh, these are so much easier than the fire sorceresses do. There's a Shrek. So over here, hey, he's just doing his thing. There's a path over here. I think there might be an item we can get. I don't really want to dick around with him, but because around here is also the path to the King's Door that we can't necessarily access yet. But hey, can you fall off? That'd be cool. Ah, come on. I've been playing Jedi Survivor, so like on a place like this, I'm just thinking I just want to force push him off the side. That solves most problems in that game. Just go to a ledge and just... Well, or he could do that to me. Could just try to run around him, but... Yeah, we can come back to this. Actually, there's a lot of things I could do to him, to be honest. I gotta turn back into a dragon. The main one I can do is probably just run right by him, because he's slow as hell. I'm shocked as how much easier they made this. And it's still not even that easy. Because there are times when you have so many coming at you at once, and you're also dealing with these guys like this. Come on. Come on. There you go. How did that not hit him? That doesn't matter. He did. Got anything for me? Yeah, I see you. Yeah, can you not? Can you not, please? Thank you. Well. Yeah, I keep saying how easy it was. But that's if you're patient, and I'm not patient right now, so I need to slow down. We're gonna do a little sniping. Let's do that. Let's do that. Since I now have tons and tons of arrows, yeah, we can. I can just well, I can sidestep them as long as I'm not hitting something on the physics objects. I wonder if... I don't know if he's susceptible to magic. He might be. Lightning probably would be what the big guy is susceptible to. We could try magic. Why not? There you go. Come over here. That way I don't have to deal with anyone else, just you and me. You gonna do 2? You gonna do 1? Only 1. Okay, cool. I don't know if I can hit him from here, but I'm wondering if I hit him if he would just like walk straight into the water and die. I think it's gonna fade before it hits him. Oh no, it does. Okay, come on. Come on, bud. Let's see how good your pathing is. Oh, he's actually trying to avoid falling in. That's impressive, actually. He stopped being impressive. Yep, he's no longer impressive. Oh, he's doing something. He's trying to... Oh my god, he actually got through. And he's gonna go back. Yeah, it's great when you can actually, like, you can see the AI's, like, cogs turning. It's trying to figure out how to get to me. Because it's not a smart enemy, so it's like one of those that just kind of charges at you. So he's trying to find the quickest route to me in a charge, and he can't. That was good. So he's just like, nope, nope, there's nothing over here. You know, maybe if I go back, there's a new way that opened up. It's like, no, no friend, no there isn't. Wait, that was kind of, yeah, that's kind of weird that you didn't show up last time. You were kind of supposed to. Hey, come on. Come on, Forlorn. Yeah, we can do it in here. I was gonna say, I knew there was, like, some, like, place that Forlorn was coming once we got here. I have no idea why. Oh boy. You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love enemies with so much poise you can't actually... There's no way to stun them. So they can just combo you with impunity. I love enemies that have super high poise. That's how you make difficulty. You don't make it fair, you just make it so you can't actually break their combo. There we go. That's why in Dark Souls, there's nothing to be ashamed of if you find a cheap strategy that works. The game's not going to take it easy on you, don't take it easy on the game. Find something really cheap and dirty that works, and just abuse it. I'm just going to poke him from this. There we go. I don't know if that's the last Forlorn. I'll know if I get something from him that isn't just a human effigy. Nah, I think it might be one more. After a certain amount of invasions, you'll actually get... I can't remember if it's their armor or something, or their soul. I mean, I won't know what I won't remember what it's going to be because I'm not going to be getting it. I'll be getting, who knows, one life gem. Alright, you know, I'm going to snipe all the... Oh, that was a soul, that wasn't a spell. You dead? Yep. Okay, so now we're just going to snipe you. I don't know if it's going to reach. The magic one seems to reach slightly further. Yeah. I could also use like a longbow if I need to find a longbow. I have the great bow that requires like way too much dex, which is strange. Yeah, whatever. Oh, forgot about you. Where are you going? There we go. Oh, there's another one? That's right. There we go. As much as I would love to try and deal with that Dragon Rider again, I would rather, I think, just get to the next bonfire and boss. Because I'm going to have to come back here anyway once I get the King's Ring. So I can always grab it then. But it could be something really good. In the face, in the face. And there we go. There and here. I got so many of these smooth and silky stones, I really should go back to the crows. Just deliver every single smooth and silky stone I have to the crow babs. But since that part isn't randomized, the only thing I'd really be able to use from them is just the eatable souls, which is fine. A little more throwing knife. Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to get their halberds, even though I really like. Well, they're not really halberds; they're more like lucernes. Because I really like their weapons. Their weapons are very cool. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna. Yep, just gonna take care of that problem. And there are also way more spellcasters in this area, especially in the original. Like, all of these would already be attacking me right now. Like, the Archdrake Knights, that's fine. I'll deal with these. You coming this way? See, their pathing's good. No problem. Prisoner's Hood. I'm finding like so many weird items. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna deal with you. I might be just too far away. Okay. Well then. Congratulations. You're the target now. Will you stop moving? Come at me in a straight line, please. You know what? I'm gonna give you credit for that one. There you go. Another prisoner's hood. Great. Whoa. I love ragdoll. Yeah, let's... My last butterfly, although I think the guy in Iron Keep sells those, so that's fine. If I'm careful, I can actually get through here. There's some items in there I can try to grab. Nope, 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 okay. Forgot how many of those guys there were. I think what this calls for is a speed run. Where's my... There it is. Yep. gonna get to the nearest safe spot, and we're just gonna go. See? Perfect. That's the epic strats. I'm actually kind of curious if the +10 Zweihander is going to start doing more damage now that... Because the problem always with something like the Drake Blood Greatsword is that it splits its damage between lightning, physical... Like, it has its physical damage, but it also has lightning, and it also has magic. And when you're splitting damage 3 ways, it means anything resistant to any of those is going to cut your damage by 1/3. Whereas this is just pure physical. Which is why quality builds are the way to go. Yeah, I could also do this. Just get myself some of my primary HP back. Wait, not that. That's the one I wanted. Restores HP. Yeah, sure. Got 17 of them. Nope. Okay, so clearly the slow way was the only way. As I said, it's easier. Now imagine this worse. And that was the original Shrine of Amana. Way more shots coming at me. Drake Blood's it's still doing its job. Although I could... What am I at? +8? I'm close to having this... I'm going to keep this for now. For now. It's just especially once we get into the DLC, that's when a lot of resistances are going to start coming into play. That's when I'm going to have to make some choices about what I'm actually going to start wielding. Oh, that was you. That was you dying. Look how he just kind of gave up. There we go. Oh, I need more life gems. Oh, I see you. Got you that time. So we're not going too slow, but we're just going to be a little more careful, especially about those underwater guys. They're kind of the real problem here. The other option I could also technically do, then I'm thinking about it. Specifically for this area. Oh, what do you have? A bandit's knife. That's utterly pointless. Using the Rebel Great Shield, I could just negate all of their magic damage. It's just it's not really great for anything else. Yep. There we go. No, you don't. No, you don't. Skeleton's doing fine. He doesn't need a don't give up skeleton. He's doing just fine, just the way he is. Be very careful. There could be some holes coming up. Hey, friend. Let me guess, Bandit Hood? Oh no, Pale Still not really anything I need, but okay. Alright. Take two. Really? It's like one of the rarest things you do, and you're just gonna do it. Actually casting a heal spell. They almost never do that. So it's kind of interesting actually to even see that. Yep, that's a hitbox, alright. Just arrow frozen in midair. There we go. Where are you, Healy? Wow, you really like casting that one spell. Is that all this one's gonna do? Is it like stuck in a pattern? Okay, fine. Oh, I'm out of magic arrows. That's okay. Magic arrows actually are easier to buy than like fire arrows, which is strange. Possessed armor sword. Okay, that's new. Where are you? Melee scimitar, great sword, berserker blade. That is from the. That's also from the Ivory Crown DLC. Acid sword, puzzling sword, possessed armor, great sword. Basically, you can put it on fire. Straight sword wielded by possessed armor has a heated blade imbued with fire. These suits of armor were once decorations until a black fog ruling the tower seized control of them. That's just something you can get in the Iron Crown DLC. It's an okay weapon. If you're the kind of if you're into like just having an element that you can apply to it without needing like spells or any of like the other imbuing stuff. If you just want to have like permanent fire ability, that's pretty useful. Of the elements, probably not the one you're going to get the most use out of. Lightning always has some decent usability. Guess I'm gonna be a little careful here. Hi, friend. Yeah, don't mind me. Ah, now you mind me. No, you're good. And dead. Alright, what's it gonna be? Fragrant Branch and the Throne Defender Soul. Okay. Life Gem. Is that we already have the other one, I think. So now we have both of them, I think. Unless we now have two of them. We have two. Okay, never mind. We don't have. Okay. We have two of the same one, not because there's a pair of bosses that we fight late in the game. I thought that was. I thought I had a both, but I guess I don't. I only have one. That's fine. I see you're being good. Just cast your normal spells. There we go. Now Karen heals a lot. Let's be somewhat careful. Okay. And now we take this. Sunlight Blade. Nothing I need. That's a spell. Unless at some point I respec and go all faith, which, if you're gonna go magic, I mean, in Dark Souls at least, Dark Souls 2, faith is the better of the two. Hexes are okay if you want to go dark, but a lot of late game bosses are heavily resistant to dark. Lightning is usually pretty useful. That sounds fine. That's just some mushrooms. Mushrooms that release acid that degrades my armor and causes it to break. We don't like that. We, in fact, are not too pleased. Oh, I got the song again. Yep. So here's what we're gonna do. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy some more life gems. Now here's a place where we can actually kind of do a quick run to the boss if we really want to. I'm not sure if we really want to, though. Let's see if I can actually get the Flamberge or something. Flamberg, Flamber, I don't know. It's French. Because I do like that one. I should probably, you know what, hold on. It has a similar moveset to the Bastard Sword, which I also like. I don't think I have just a regular old longsword, which is... Standard longsword is one of the best items in the game, easily. And it's mainly because it... I mean, it does have an overhead, it's not... I think the Flemish has a really weird heart attack. Oh no, it has... Oh, never mind, it has a stab. Okay, never mind, it has a stab. Okay, good. So we've got good sweeps and good stabs. Good. We're gonna pop this up a little bit. Do I have what I need for it? I need chunks, I know that. I don't know if I do. I have plenty of chunks and I have slabs. Okay, so that's done. Okay, well. So 250 plus 172. This is 232 plus 163. 250. Yeah, this is just like overall better. It doesn't do the elemental damage, but it does more physical damage. So I'm gonna stick with this for a little bit. All right. You. As many as I can get. So Fragrant Branch of Yore is good. Is there anywhere else I needed to... Now I'm trying to remember if there's anywhere else I needed to free anyone from being petrified. I don't think there was anyone. I can go back to Shaded Wood and try to remind myself if there's anything else that needs to... Yeah, there are certain greatswords that don't have a great move set in their heart attacks. They do weird, like, angled, like, slashes that are kind of odd. Like, not just not as bad as I remember it being. So that one's okay. I'm trying to think which one I was thinking of, because there was one that has really good, decent stats and damage, but even it's all about the moveset in the end. It's what's most versatile. Which is why just regular old longsword that you can find right at the beginning of the game, usually, if you're not randomized. Like, one of the best weapons in the game. God damn it. Did it actually break? Yes, it did. Let's go repair it. So I'm going to snipe from further away to get that guy out of the way. Emerald Herald just sitting here like, God's sake, how many times are you coming back? I mean, what else did you break? I can definitely eat one of the 2 souls that I have of the Throne Defender. I'll have to look and see, because if one of the 2 of those bosses has a sword that's really good for Faith build, so that's the only time I would actually probably go Faith, is if I used that. Yeah, repair. Do you have... You're out of iron arrows. Really? What about you? Do you sell any arrows? No.
No interest.
I know Macduff does. We'll go to Macduff. From the Scottish play. Macduff. I need things. Iron arrows, good. Give me like 50 of them. Oh, you know who has good arrows? My friend. I wasn't even thinking about that. I forgot. I'm at Drangleic Castle now. I could talk to Welliger and buy a whole bunch of arrows from a ghost. Oh, what do you got? Large Titanite Shard? Actually, that's fine. I'll take a large Titanite Shard. Hey, Scientific guy. Welliger. Ghost. I need arrows.
Welcome. Our guests are treated. Tell me.
Yeah, he's got magic arrows. He's got lightning arrows. Yeah. Yeah, give me like 50 lightning arrows. Yeah, and buy like more of these too. Let's just stock up on everything. Good.
Gone so soon. Be safe on your...
So let's have, let's use lightning and magic. Do I have any other bows here? The Bellkeeper bow, which doesn't do as much damage, and I don't think it has the range. I have had terrible luck with bows. And it's not even one of the great bow that I have isn't even one of the good great bows. I mean, I think it's probably good for its build, but it's a high dex one, which is weird. I don't think I've ever even used that one. Shrine of Amana. Let's go into the weird creepy mushroom hole, and then the area coming up we'll want to scrape at least once for items, and then after that we can just run. It's one of the many places that's pretty easy to... Well, I say easy, but... Good, yes, I would rather you attack me physically than spray acid at me. There we go, okay. Admittedly, I cannot remember if he comes back when you rest at a bonfire. Okay, more of these assholes, yep. Yep. So we're gonna go Lightning Arrow. Lightning Arrow does a good amount of damage. Again, lightning's a good element in pretty much every FromSoft game. Faith builds are really good in Elden Ring. Not as good as Blade builds, but... Oop! That staff went flying. You'll find that a lot when enemies decide to just ragdoll. They freak the hell out. Yeah, that's right. Come on! Come on! Not seeing any spellcasters pelting me, so I think we're good. Oh, I see one right there. Alright. I do actually have the soul, I think, of the boss we're about to fight. I don't know if I've... did I? I didn't eat that one, right? I can always read the soul afterward. Nope, there it is, Demon of Song. I'll read that after we fight the boss, so you can at least see what it is first. Because it's a weird one. It's a bit of an odd fellow. I could probably bullshit some kind of explanation for it, because it's one of those many things in a Dark Souls game where there's a lot of times when they just have a really cool design, and they just want to use it, because it's a cool design. Will you put your shield down? So every single one of those... okay, I thought I was locked on to you, apparently not. I'm not happy about that. I pressed the button to lock onto him, and I wouldn't. All those little yellow thingies, those are all little submerged, creepy monstermen. So we're going to have to be a little careful going through that area. But once we get all those items, we can basically just sprint to the boss. I mean, we are slowly getting to the point when there's not a whole lot... Okay, he does come back. There's not a whole lot of items I need. Because key items will always be where I know they are. You know what, we're just going to deal with this problem. And as far as, like, weapons and armor, I mean, I could ride this out for the rest of the game. If I really wanted to. There's just like one or two things like souls, boss souls, and some other things that I would really like to get. Because, you know, there are things I want to... I mean, I could always look up on the wiki as well, just read all the descriptions of the boss souls. And I know what most of them say, it's just... There are certain items I would like to grab just to be able to have them. And part of the fun of a Dark Souls run is also using all the various weird-ass weapons that you can find. It's swapping between them. Sometimes you're like, nah, I feel like using halberd. Nah, I feel like using a longsword. Nah, I feel like using a hammer. Okay, you need to go like right away. Goodbye. Ah, he beat me to the punch. Alright. I should check. Do I even just have the regular old longsword? I don't even know if I do. Oh no, I do. One of the best weapons in the game. Just a nice, simple moveset. In PvP, it's really good because there's that slight delay on the heart attack. It's not just a quick swing. There's that little like stutter step right before it, which can trick a lot of people. And it's just got a nice two stabs, two-hand. Really just very versatile and effective in PvP. But it's all about that little delay on the heart attack that tricks so many people, because they'll try. A lot of people fish for parries in PvP, so they'll parry way too early when they think the attack's coming. Especially if you train them a little bit with going in with a lot of quick attacks. So now they're trained to just immediately, as soon as they see you move, try to parry, and then you hit him with that little delay. But that's PvP, which is a whole another can of worms, which I think is best in this game. As of all the Dark Souls games, 2 definitely had the best PvP. Just because the gameplay was just very, very solid in combat. Like compared to... Okay, I need to like... There we go. Now to go very, very slowly and very, very carefully, because there are also random holes in the ground here. In fact, I wonder, can I hit these guys while they're underwater? I don't think I can. I think the water will impact. Nope, okay, that's fine. Where are you guys? I know you're somewhere. Ooh, dark arrows. 48 dark arrows. Nice. I'm like clicking my lock on like crazy because I know you're somewhere. I know you little bastards are somewhere. Large soul. Nah, it's, oh, that's one right there. For sure. Just completely whiffed on that one. Okay, now carefully. Keep my eyes on the ground. Yeah, I know. I just have to. Yeah, it's easier with a torch, but you can see where the actual legend. Soul Vortex, worthless because it's a spell. I'm just gonna keep my eye on the ground as we move slowly toward that thing. Then we can just start heading toward the exit. Yep, okay. Carefully. Divine Blessing. Alright, now we just head toward the exit, and toward the boss. A cool boss design, but doesn't really make a whole lot of sense as far as what it's supposed to be. That's right, I forgot about you. Forgot about you. Yeah, no, I'm not. You're not getting a soul arrow off on me. Oh, he's dead. And that was not a player, that was just another intended fight. King's Gauntlets, nice. Do I already have that? I feel like I may already have that. I'm not entirely sure how the randomizer works as far as like unique items, because I think I have like 2 of those at least. So that's going to make a lot more sense when we come back here. Why she just like disappeared like that. Oh, the singing stopped. Oh, no, there it is. But the singing definitely seems like it's coming from this. So whoever is singing is behind this fog door. Let's double check, because I think there is a summon sign somewhere around here. Could be wrong. That may be tied to someone's story. Yeah, I think it's... Or is it in the cave? Be careful, because the drop-off is right there. Just want to double check. I don't want to miss any, like, interesting characters. Felicia the Brave? Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll have a summon. Come, friend. Don't fall into the water. But there are several enemies in both Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 and all FromSoft games, where people can ask forever, what is the lore significance of this? What does this mean for the story? And, you know, it's the sometimes a cigar is just a cigar thing. Sometimes it was just a cool enemy design, and they thought it was neat, and they had come up with it early in development before they'd really gotten the story completely done, and they were like, well, we have all these cool enemies, where should we put them? Put them in here. It seems to fit. And you know, there was no big master plan for them. So here's the Demon of Song that was singing. Felicia's not doing so good. Basically takes no damage unless you're actually hitting it on its... Oh, crap. Ow, ow, ow. There you go. Now, don't try to attack it until its face is open. But what is the Demon of Song? Why is it here? Why does it look like this? It's a cool design. Not much of a boss fight, really. You just wait for it to expose it. Well, expose itself. That's the phrasing I'm choosing to go with. And then you run over and whack it in the face. That's basically it. It's gonna flail around. It's gonna go this way, and then it's gonna go back. And it's gonna do that. I'm actually not gonna bring Felicia this time, just because it does get more HP if you bring a summon. So yeah, I'm just gonna run in, do my thing. Let me actually do the Drake Blood, see if it... I don't think it's particularly resistant to anything. Possibly poison, maybe. But we'll see if it has any particular weakness to lightning or magic. I'm just gonna try to... Whew! Oh, you mother... So she's not back yet. That character will come back, the one that we just talked to, and she kind of disappeared. She actually died. Kind of. Can you open your face? Thank you. Okay. Yep. That's how hitboxes work. When grabs are one of those things, FromSoft has never quite figured out how to do a grab. You will just teleport from halfway across the arena. Yeah, without a second person, its HP is not particularly high. And swing this way. Oh, no, it's going to go a small version. It's a tiny version of it. We're already halfway down. I think the lightning maybe was doing a lot of the extra damage. It may get fucked up by lightning. Smash, swash. Nope, you're not gonna do the full thing. You don't really want to commit, do you? Ah. One, two. Oh, he's gonna do the sweep. Nope, still no. And there's it. Alright, what do we get? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, so we still do get the kitty embedded. Okay. And 48 more dark arrows. Yeah, okay. I'll just put those on there. That's kind of insane. I think the next time we head back up, we might... Or is she just here? No, maybe not. I don't know when you can meet her again. It might be later in the area. And so the Demon of Song is also something between the castle and Vendrick. So we have the Mirror Knight. We have all of the Shrine of Amana. We have the Demon of Song. Well, there's the King's Door. I don't need that. Actually, I think I should just go back. I think I just need to go back to the castle and get the I think it might be where they want me to go. Because they do have the key to the embedded, which is going to get me. I'll be able to unlock. Actually, kind of an important spot too. Is there anything I missed around here? I don't think so. I don't think there's any items or anything behind the house. Yeah, okay, we can go back. Do I have any homeward bones? I could always use a homeward bone just to get out of here. Oops. Oh, well, that solves that. It's fine. I'm just going to use the key to embedded. Which our best place for that's probably going to be under Castle Drangleic? No, the next one. I think. I think it's the other one. Travel, we want... Central Castle, yes. When I go up, we're going to stab the embedded in the face. Very spooky hallway with thunder and lightning over there. Very spooky. Oh, the key to the embedded, by the way, is actually a giant key. It's a good old keyblade. Yeah, you having a good time, buddy? Well, you're about to have a much worse time. Admittedly, I don't know why I couldn't do that with any sword, but... Thunder Quartz Ring 3. Something I didn't need. Okay, cool. Interesting. So she also was one of the singers. So now... We've met one. We met one that looked almost undead. And now we've met that one, who was locked away in that that tower. So now they're all free. Let's go back to the Shrine of Amana real quick. Crumbled ruins. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I'm probably gonna go back and talk to the original one real quick. The originator. Excuse me, guys. Pardon me. Nope. Oh, this is the wrong spot. This is really... Oh, no, they're being sung to. They're fine. They're pleased. What was that? Something was banging. More life gems.
We hear a song in the distance. You rescued a Milfanito, who was taken from us. Take this. We, Milfanito, thank you.
Oh, okay. Like, I mean,
You
that's
quell
fine.
that cursed singing. When we sing,
Is that it?
this. When we sing,
Okay.
this.
Now we can go back. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, okay. That was a fun mask. It's not nightmarish at all. I can actually go back from here. There's a couple things I want to check. Hey, mushrooms. Don't mind me. What do you got for me? Another possessed armor sword? Okay. I could dual wield them, technically. And you're gone. Oh, that's a hole. Technically, I don't really actually have to do that. I can just, No, I think I'm just gonna go the normal way. Oh, forgot to put my dragon on. Dragon. There we go. Oh, it's you who's doing all the banging when you die. You're just a mushroom. Jesus. Considering that the Dark Soul itself is represents the essence of physicality, he's still alive. Really? Almost makes me think that the arrows that are dark, so dark infused arrows, it must just be like shooting a really heavy rock at someone. Like it's just concussive force at that point. Where's the other bastard? That doesn't really matter. Hey guys, can you come over here for a sec? Come on. I'm right here. Come on. There you go. Actually, one thing that's interesting is whenever that witch heals, you can see every other enemy in the zone because you can see what's getting healed in the area. It's kind of interesting. It's like you're giving them away. I know where they are now. Is she back? Nah, I must meet her later. Oh well. But essentially, she was, kind of trapped there and, withered and, but not unable to really do anything because she's kind of dead, or not dead, but she basically what I did is I allowed her to die. This is kind of the best way to put it. Meaning, because of the undead curse, she was able to then reform. That's what this is not. Yeah, nice try. There we go. Keep an effigy. But yeah, she'll be able to come back, youthful again. Now that she's been allowed to kind of die and then, reform. I think it may be later. We run into her in the tomb, maybe? In the crypt? Can't remember. I know you see her at some point again. Unless I'm getting a lot of things confused with the original release of the game. Alright. The Undead Crypt. Hi, Aldia. Depends what peace is. My intention is not to light the fire, but to let it die. That would be a peace in and of itself. But peace could also be just returning to the status quo by lighting the first flame. And doing the cycle of life and suffering all over again. And so I'm going to say no. Oh good, I got some things I need to say to him. A lie will remain a lie. I love how much just anger and, like, venom there is when he says that. Like, this whole world is just a fabrication because Gwyn just couldn't leave let enough, you know, he just couldn't let the flame die like it was supposed to, and give humans their time, give the dark its time. He had to relight that fire and start this whole process. Oh, hi. Hey, what's up? This is not how the world was supposed to be. It's not how humanity was supposed to end up. Hey, friend. How you doing? You look lost. Need help? There you go. Yet more obstacles, though, if you notice, between Nashandra and what she wants. More guards. And this giant undead crypt. Where... Remember how I mentioned there's like 2 shields in the game? That you can put together to make a big wall? If you have both of them? Yeah, that's where they come from, usually. I have one of them. See, that's the problem. If you're just gonna put them down as a wall, but there's a way I can just walk around you, that's kind of defeats the purpose. Shit! Now that spell they're casting is basically Pursuers. Notice they got little eyeballs. Little humanities. Just the little sprites of humanity. Which is, as I read from Dark Souls 1, the basic, the whole meaning of the game. Is in this spell, where you fire these little shreds of humanity. The will feels envy or perhaps love, and despite the inevitable trite and tragic ending, the will sees no alternative and is driven madly toward its target. As Dark Souls 1 was more concerned with the human condition than, like, personal, like, more on a grand scale, like, that's, like, just the human condition on that, I guess, less personal, more just what it is to be alive. Dark Souls 2, the best, like, that's, to me, the best line in Dark Souls 1 is just that description of that spell. Because that's kind of the purpose of Dark Souls 1's story. About how mankind, despite, you know, that trite and tragic ending, it senses, it has a desire for things. Love, glory, all these things that are just very human, and it will just seek it. And that's basically what these things. You're basically giving will to these shreds of humanity, and in a target, a person that you're casting the spell at, they can sense life, they can sense love, they can sense anger, they can sense all these things that are very human, and so it's not that they're attacking you, they're just trying to be close to you, almost like trying to experience that vicariously again. And as a result, but almost not realizing they're actually hurting you in the process, and that's why they seek you out. So that's Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 gets very much, as we see specifically from the Lucatil storyline. The last conversation we had with Lucatil, which is the last one we're going to get before we meet her for the last time, kind of coming up. Um, there's a... I'm pretty sure this... maybe it's not in here. It might be a little further on. She is the best example of what Dark Souls 2 is about, which is really how existential dread affects people on a more personal level.
Human, do not produce light. Light, and all those who bear it are unwelcome in this place.
Hi, Agdane. But the one that really sums up Dark Souls 2, its perspective on the curse, since it's less the macro, more the personal, is Lucatil just saying maybe we're all cursed from the day we're born. And what is this curse? I fear loss to no end, loss of memory, loss of self. And then even though you're one of her only allies that she really knows here, she flat out just says, if I was told that by killing you I could be rid of this curse, I would lift my sword without hesitation. That, I seem obsessed with this insignificant thing called self, and I would do anything to preserve it. It's that existential dread that really Dark Souls 2 is about. But there's going to be more time to talk about that when we finally, end the game. And there's plenty more to talk about with more characters that we're going to meet. But first we get to meet the broest of bros, Agdane.
I am Ugdane, guardian of the crypt. Countless dead rest here in peace, cradled by the comfort of dark. Light only agitates. We have no need for it here. I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead. This task was granted to me by the one who gave us the first death.
That would be Nito.
Countless souls rest here. Some of them from ages long ago. Some were rich, others poor. Some wise, some dull, but now they're all just dead. Did you come for him? The one called Vendrick.
Kinda.
You will find him deeper inside. Many castle servants and the like have come to fetch their lord. But they rest here now, put to death by the king's own guard.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to be found.
He's not in the mood for company.
And he did a damn good job making sure that he wouldn't be found.
In the past, humans were one with the dark. The former king of light, he feared humans. Feared that they would usher in an age of dark. How queer you humans. How you go on, never separating truth from fiction. This place is welcome to all, provided due reverence is shown. Death is equitable, accepting. We will all one day be welcomed by her embrace. Tell me what you desire. Show me reverence, and I will lend you my hand.
So the Finito... you have dark arrows as well. Ooh, nice. Ooh, Elizabeth. Mushrooms are really good. And spells I'm not going to use. Cool. But if I have any dark arrows or dark bolts, I haven't even really found a whole lot of crossbows.
I am a finito.
Okay, so yeah, we've pretty much gotten
Some
everything
of
we
it
got.
crude human. Do as you please.
He's cool with you as long as you don't mess around and don't disturb the graves. And also as long as you don't have a torch. And his sword, you can summon him for a boss fight later, and his sword is amazing. It's the sword I usually use in playthroughs, which requires you to have the Nito's soul, essentially, which you can only get in New Game Plus, but there is a way you can get it in standard game. Whether I'm ever going to find that, I have no idea. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work in a randomizer. But yeah, there's this kind of a... It's a gimmicky build, if I'm being honest. But I like it just because it's raw damage potential. So this area, there are spirits that will keep spawning unless I destroy their graves. Crest of the Rat! Sorry. Except it's not the tail. Damn it, I need the tail to join the rats. Well, that's okay. Yeah, we don't need you casting spells, buddy. Also, you can go around trashing graves all you want. As long as you don't do anything in that room, he's fine. He doesn't mind. It's literally just as long... It's that room that he's keeping an eye on. Also, there's bells around here that we'll see, like that one and that one. Don't ring those. Don't hit those with your... Don't accidentally hit them with your sword. Enemies will. Enemies always will. But that's a bad thing if you do that. Because that wakes up every one of the ghosts at once, even if they've already spawned from that particular gravestone. So you can get overwhelmed very, 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 very easily. Ring of Soul Protection. Is that the one that sacrifices itself so that you don't have to lose any souls? Crest of the Rat. Yeah, that's just... I was wondering if that gave us any more information on the rats themselves. I do love hanging out with the rats, to be honest. Ring of Soul Protection. A divine ring that watches over one's soul, created by Ivory Runes, Sage of Lindelt. Its great protective power will protect you from any loss upon death or petrification, but afterwards its power is spent. Yep. So that's basically, like if you are going on like a suicide run through an area, you can just wear that, and when you die, you won't actually lose your souls. A single flame butterfly, great. Fantastic. Oh, there's another one of these. So far, so good. We're getting rid of a lot of the big summony tombstones before we're actually getting in trouble. Can I help you? Good. Lacerating arrow. Lacerating arrow is good. That's bleed. That's parrying dagger. There we go. That's what we're looking for. What we also do kind of want to do is immediately defy everything Agdane just told us, and we want to start lighting stuff. And torches. The key is that we're not doing it anywhere where Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, it's so freaking dark. That's why we need to, like... And fortunately, I have plenty of Ferrous Lockstones, so there's a way we can actually light up this whole area. The only problem with doing lighting stuff is that these dudes show up. If there's light. Is that a Sanctum Mace? No, I don't think it is. And they will respawn if you end up leaving the area. So there's a lot going on in this area, in this particular spot. Yep. There's a lot of Soul of a Hero. Okay, Twinkling Titanite's good too. There's a lot more that we can. It's so dark you can't really see where all the other pathways are, which is kind of interesting actually. Hmm. Did you just fall off the? Yep, that's exactly what he did. He just fell right off the edge. Good job. I almost did too. I have no idea what he was trying to do, unless he was trying to get the ladder, Pharos Mask, and Corrosive Urn. Hold on. I have no recollection of where you get the Pharos Mask. Is that something you get around, like, where the Rotten is? A mask depicting Pharos' contraption. Tears flow from the eyes of this mask, drenching its wearer. Majority of Pharos' creation are perplexing to reasoned men, and this mask is no exception. Does it have this, like, it drenches the wearer? Does that just mean you have, like, super high... No, it doesn't have particularly high fire resistance. What does, Poise. It has slightly better poise? No idea. Yeah, I can't tell what that dude was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to, like... Was he trying to jump down to this zone rather than have to climb down? Or was he trying to hit the ladder and thought he pressed the button but didn't? Or he was running so he could... Like, I don't know. I have no idea what that dude was trying to do. There we go. Okay, well, let's open a backstab. That didn't work. What do you got for me? Thunder Quartz Ring, which I don't need. Good. Large Solar Soldier. Back here. I'm gonna light a torch real quick and just take a look at some things. Do not hit that thing, I swear to God. Yep, there are so many friggin' bells. I do not like how many bells there are. Yep. Someone hit a bell. Oh, he did. Oh, I think that was me, actually, when I broke. Now, the good thing is, any of those graves that I destroyed, that usually summon ghosts, they stay dead forever. So I don't have to worry about that a second time. Which is good, because they are a pain in the ass. So a lot of times you might just do a suicide run just to get in, break a whole bunch of the, as many of those tombstones as you can. And that's your run. You're just trying to get rid of as many as possible to just limit the amount of ghosts that you can possibly get summoned at a single time. Fortunately, in this area, I don't think we have a whole lot left as far as that goes. So I think we're pretty good. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of ghosts remaining. Oh, god damn it, Licia, please. This is not the time nor the place. No. Okay, can you please? There we go. Oh, didn't mean to do 3, that's okay. Oh, great helm. From the Head Knights. Alright, Licia, let's do this. It's like... You know, I let you stay in the town. I even, like... did the whole, like... I didn't question you about the scam you're running to make some money. Doing the whole, like... moving the platform thing. I didn't even, like, question you on that. Can you not try to backstab me? There's plenty of other people you can go and backstab. And I don't know if I'm going to be actually getting what I need to actually kill you permanently. I don't know where I'm actually going to be getting the item that I could normally use to counter-invade you. By now, yeah, it's pretty obvious. That is Licia, who is a nameless usurper, even though it's very obviously her. Yeah, she's a scumbag. But really, if you have a loyal religious following, aren't they really there for you to exploit? You know? Feel like they could sacrifice themselves for you. Except, you know, I'm not really part of her church, so maybe don't screw with me. You know, not only did I... Lacerating knife. Farum boots, nice. Not that I really need any, because right now the dragon body is all the armor I need, and it's super light, so... there should be... a door. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, there should be an illusory door that normally you would get the multi-shot crossbow, the rapid-fire crossbow. There it is. We'll see what it gives me this time. Yeah, no, you know, not only was I willing to pay Licia to, like, move the platform for me, I bought a spell from her just to make her happy. Little bitch. The Mirror Greatsword! Holy shit! We have Lucatiel's sword. Even though this does have Dex S. Although, see, this has, okay, S scaling in Dex, but D scaling in Strength. This has A scaling in Dex, C scaling in Strength. And this also has the stab, which is good. Yep, and this has I like that a lot. We're gonna I think this is probably going to be the weapon I'm going to be using for the most part. Yeah, I like the Mirror Greatsword two-handed way better. Alright, so once we get to the next bonfire, I am 100% going to be going to try to just max out the Mirror Greatsword. I was getting enough of her, like, I have the shield, I have most of her armor set, just randomly through the randomizer. I was wondering when I would finally get her sword. Guys. Guys. There we go. But mirror, if as far as just like regular old physical weapons, Lucatiel's sword is a hell of a good weapon. Just solid moveset, decent amount of damage, and decent scaling. That's all you really need. And as far as extra damage, that's what the Lloyd's Ring, that's what the Ring of Blades, all that extra stuff can come into play there. Twilight Herb. Normally, obviously, they would drop one of the two shields, and you could farm them that way. If you really wanted both of them, but, I mean, if you really want to do a two-shield build, I guess. Yeah, this part, this is hell. Are there any torches I can use here? Not really, huh? I'm gonna try and see if I can see anything down there. Well, you know what? You can help a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really. You know what? Do I have any more? I don't have any more. Shit. Alright, get the hell out of here. Just get out, just get out, just get out, just get out. That's the wrong way. I need to just get out of here. There it is. I think it might be way out. Maybe. Nope. This is the problem when the bell rings. Yeah. Yeah. That's a problem. The cat is snoring. Like, right next to me. I can probably eat some souls. Let me go back and see how much I can actually upgrade Lucatiel's sword just right now. Token of Spite. Let's eat something. Let's eat... Ooh, yeah, there's a couple of these I can use. Great Heroes. Mmm. Delicious. Mira... What do I need from Mira? Let's see. It is regular old Titanite. Perfect. That's what I like to see. So it's the chunks that might be a slight problem. Nope. Fully upgraded. Boom. And I like the moveset. 250, 185, 250, 172. Yep. Slightly better. And the only thing I don't have is a decent Great Shield. These are just way too friggin' heavy. And need way too much strength requirement. And this is the closest I have, but even that's way too much of a strength requirement. But at the very least, I have a 100% damage reduction shield. That's all I really need. But I'm a sucker for a Great Shield just because the amount of, like, you can just stand there and tank for a while. Also, this image of what the Undead Crypt looks like, there's a painting by a specific painter. Oh god. I want to see if I can find it. But it was I was introduced to this painter and I had found this particular painting that looked like very, very similar to the image for the Undead Crypt, with all the hooded stone statues. I have no idea where I'm gonna find this. Is this the dude? This might be the dude I'm thinking of. Hold on. Zitstar Beksinski? Is that the dude? I think this might be the guy. I just see if I can find the painting. The specific one. He actually has a couple of paintings that look very Dark Souls-like. AB82, that's a Dark Souls-ass painting. Hold up. Let me just grab a couple of these. But the one specifically that I'm looking for... But it's definitely this dude. It's ZDZISLAW is the first name. Beksinski, Beksinski. Crazy ass artist. Really cool stuff. I'm sure someone on the art team at FromSoft is aware of this guy. This is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, let me just show a couple of this dude's paintings real quick, because they are sick. This is the art corner time of the stream. So we're gonna learn a little bit about art. But let me just show you some of this dude's art. That looks awesome. That is very, very Dark Souls-like. Really cool looking. That is also extremely Souls-like. There's some areas of Dark Souls 1 and 3 I'm thinking of that reminds me a lot of. But the one specifically for Undead Crypt is this one. Let me get rid of some of these other ones. I remember when someone introduced me to this painter and showed me this image. I wonder if I can get a better quality of that, because that's... See if I can get a slightly better... There we go. So I can get... Just one moment. But it just made me think of it, seeing that image again. Yeah, let me just crop that. There we go. So what we're looking for is... Is that the one? No, it's the bad quality one. We want the higher quality. There it is. But just the image of this tiny figure walking amongst these giant hooded... I guess in the painting it's somewhat unclear if they're statues or if it's like actual giant skeletons. Like mummies or something, like preserved. Similar to that like Italian chapel that has all like the preserved bodies like up against the wall. But yeah, this dude's painting, like this one in particular, just made me think so much of the Undead Crypt. And you might say, oh well, that doesn't really look like the Undead Crypt from what we've seen. It's so dark. Well, give it a second. We'll be there in a moment. That's what I need the Ferrous Lockstone for. The Undead Ditch, yeah, that's probably the best place to go. Okay. At the very least, I'm not going to be dealing with any... Actually, yeah, really any ghosts until we get to that area again. So we can basically just go super fast. Don't worry about the zombies, screw the zombies. Screw you guys. Okay, buds. I'm back. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, Beklinski. I'm gonna have to remember that name, because every once in a while, especially anytime I replay Dark Souls 2, and I get to the Undead Crypt, I'm always like, who the hell was that painter that did that cool-ass painting that reminds me so much of this area? Well, you know what? I'll have this particular video to look back on. Let's, yeah, definitely look that dude up if you want to see more of his paintings. He's got some, like, his art style and his painting style is so nice. It's really, really nice. You know what? Sure. Alright, we need to find the way out really quick, really quick. We just want to get out. We just want to get out. This is the way. Alright, we did it. And there is a switch somewhere. There it is. And now we have a shortcut to, bleh. We now have a shortcut to the save room. Meaning, now I can make some suicide runs into this room. I should probably go spend these souls, shouldn't I? That's a good idea to do. That is a very good thing to do. When I'm sitting on 59,000. You know what? Lots more life gems and lots more levels. Still not entirely sure if I want to do anything with intelligence or faith. Not really. I've already talked to all the characters that I really need to. Actually, no, let's buy our stuff first. Yeah, you know I'd be back. Let's go with like 40 of them. There we go. And we'll pump up like, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go a little more strength. Alright. So I can just make a run straight for the boss. Where's the fun in that? Also, you never know. I mean, I just found the Mirren Greatsword, so for all I know, there could be something really good in that death room. And now I can just, since it's right there, even if I die, I can just run right back in. We're just going to try to break as many of the tombstones as possible. There we go. There's one down. A short sword and a titanite slab. How many? At this point, I think I have more slabs than there are in the actual game, normally. It's almost like once the bell rings, like just go back and reset. It's almost not worth it. You're gonna be dealing with, and any of them could accidentally ring it again. Oh, the Elva Helm, nice. But you know what? If I can break this, it'll all be worth it. 2, 3. Damn it! It's stamina. There we go. See, not so bad. Okay, a great bow. Hey. I'll take another great bow. Soul Brave Warrior. That's fine. Death at this point, not an issue. I may not even go after the souls, I may just go in and just double check and make sure I didn't miss any items. But a great bow, okay. And that one might be one that isn't as bad as the one I already have. Now, great bows themselves, I almost never use, to be honest, because you have to plant them. They're heavy, they have a lot of requirements. That's a 40 dex, this one is a 45 strength. So usually it's the high strength cost. Yeah, I don't even have any great arrows, I don't think. Do I? Did I pick up any? Oh, no, I do. They're basically firing a lance. Yeah, we'll put that back on. But because you have to plant it, like it's way easier to use a longbow or short bow and just be able to run, shoot on the fly. Much, much easier. So let's see, is there anything I missed? I don't know if I did. Doesn't look like it, really. Eh. 3, 4. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, let's just head to the boss. Although the other option is I could light this place up. Where's the drop? There's a very specific drop that I can use to get to... There it is. Yeah. Crap, that's right. I need to go to the... I need to light this up. And I don't think I have any critical money points. Screw this. It's like, yeah, forget that. Just going this way. Alright. So now we just go this way. Do not fall off, please. Thank you. Ooh, what do I get? No, I want to pick up the item. Pick up the item. Pick up the item. Nothing. But this is, when everything's lit, you can see why that painting reminds me so much of that, just because all these giant hooded figures. But of course, when there's light, there is shadow. The more light there is, the more shadow. Yep. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Shimmy my lizard ass out here. Excuse me, skeleton. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. That was a mistake. Okay. Cool. You just kinda... Yeah, no. Don't think so. Admittedly, it does make the run to the boss slightly more annoying, but it's not a huge deal. Especially because you can just ignore the hell out of them. I'm not going to completely do that yet, because there are still, of course, items I need to try to get. We could do this slow the first time. Hey, friend. Wanna come over here? Thank you. Bye. Oop. And yes, he's using the Channeler's Mace, I think it's called. It's basically a mace that allows you to cast miracles using it for its heart attacks. But it also means that it's a weapon that you don't get a heart attack. You just don't get one. Hey, can you not hit the bell? Thank you. That would be super helpful if you could all just not do that. He will respawn in here and try to ring the bell again. So you kind of have to... Yep. Just kind of use the time you have. And the tombstones that our friends are going to come out of, you can't break. So you'll always have to deal with them. Although I think sometimes the respawned one, it's weird. Like sometimes the one that respawns doesn't ring the bell. Like he'll pop up, but he hasn't been activated or procced, so like he won't actually think to hit it. So it's possible I may not have to deal with any of the, possibly I may not have to deal with any ghosts. But there's no telling. He may just decide to be an asshole. There we go. You know what? Just gonna check this side of the room, just make sure, see if there's any items that I missed. I don't know if there are. And then we are gonna summon Agdane for this particular fight. Another Dragon Rider. Sort of the elite of Vendrick's guards. I want to say in the original version of the game it was a... what was it? Was it a Mastodon, I think? But, yeah, in Scholar they pushed the Dragon Riders more as sort of the elites. His shield I don't think is too bad. I think it's another really heavy one. There's a specific one that I might just be able to find somewhere. It's actually a relatively decent great shield. Not too heavy, but still has enough poise that you can tank pretty nicely with it. I've never been particularly good with parry timing, so great shield was always kind of my go-to. Just stand there with a giant shield parked in front of you, and then that's kind of my strat. And just wait for my turn to swing. And depending on the game, some games had way more generous, let's say, parry timing. Where's Agdane with my awesome sword? Come here, bud. Look at that fucking huge-ass sword. That thing is so friggin' cool. If you infuse that with Dark, so Dark infused Crypt Black Sword is what it's called. So infuse it with Dark already, and then you use the Hex Dark Weapon, cast Dark Weapon on it, and the amount of damage it does is absurd. Unless the boss is, like, really resistant to Dark. But even then, it still has enough physical damage that it's going to do an okay amount. Okay. So first, to get what Ashandra wants, she would have had to have gone through the King's Pass, crossing the whole place, that back part of the castle, gotten through the Mirror Knight, the Looking Glass Knight, rather, who can summon people from other worlds to try and defend that crossing. Gone through the entire Shrine of Amara, gotten through the Demon of Song, gotten through the Undead Crypt, and gotten through this dude. This is the most recent line of defense, or the one we're up to now, and we're not even done. I almost feel bad for her, because it's like, damn, you had, like, so much you would have had to go through. Like, Vendrick covered his ass. This is a really good song, too. Yes, he's got a giant bell as a mace. If you could actually hit him, Agdane, that'd be cool. That's cool, actually. If you want to cast spells, that's cool. Because as long as it hits him... There we go. I need to remember his moveset. See, I like going in with a summon sometimes just so I can look at the boss's moveset a little bit without them targeting me, just so I can get used... I gotta remind myself exactly how many swings he's gonna do, what his tells are. Okay, this is the... Okay, we're in phase 2. So we want to back off. For a second. Okay, I thought he has a slight delay on that, so I need to make sure I remember that. Agdane's doing okay. Unfortunately, I don't think the dark damage is going to really do much to him, so I wouldn't cast the spell, I would trust the sword. Nope, 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 back off for a second. Okay, never mind. I thought he was about to do a burst. That's fine. Do the big swing, do the big swing. Is he gonna go back? Nope, okay. Yeah, you're basically looking at the end of big swings like this for that one, like, frame where it's indicative that he's gonna swing back and do the second swing. And if he does the second swing, then you've got to turn. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like him to do the side swings, because he said... Ah, shit. Hold up. Okay. No, it's not bad. I thought he was going to do like the pursuer style thing. Another thing to bear in mind, though, is when he does the spell, usually whenever he's casting, he is very, very resistant to damage. So you can't just wail on him. I mean, you can. Technically. But you gotta be doing a lot less damage to him. I'm gonna try to hit him at like max distance, most of these. He does have to... He's not doing 2 swings. That one might be... Yeah. Oh, it looked like he was going to. For a second there. He was... Like, you can almost see... Like, you can see how the animation is getting very close to it. He's like, winding up for the second one. But he doesn't. It's there's a certain thing he'll do at the end of the first swing if he's gonna swing a second time. He's gonna... That's what it is. He won't bring the mace up quite as high. Alright. So Velstadt, he is basically the king's personal guardian. Like he's his boy. And we found the king. And he's hollow. So if he had an answer, he's not giving it to us. However, we do have the king's ring on his body. Even though that's technically his body, so I guess this is just his clothes. Which means we can get into all of those doors that said it needed a symbol of the king. And you know what? Let's put this dude out of his misery. Now, a very fittingly sad song for this guy they were hyping up this entire time to be the one that we need to find. He's the one who may have figured out an end to the curse. He's kind of the one we're looking for. He's kind of our hope, and you get here, and no, it's too late for him too. It's at that point, it's almost like, well, it's over. We found him, and he is no more. He's just a husk. But maybe there is hope in that we have the ring, so maybe one of the other places that he was securing behind his ring as the key has something. Now you may remember throughout the course of this playthrough we've been finding souls of a giant. Just souls of just various giants. And it's kind of interesting that because usually you find those. There were the two that we could fight in Black Gulch, and they're not guaranteed to drop souls. And there are a couple that we can fight in an area coming up when we kind of do a little time travel. Vendrick has an insane amount of health. Like an absurd amount, well, not health, but defense. It's very, very hard to do damage to him. However, also my sword's gonna break, so I'm gonna try to get a repair powder in here. Yep, and he can just instantly curse you. Okay, that's fine. I am gonna take another shot at him, but here's the thing. Every one of those giant souls we have reduces his defense slightly as long as we have them. Up to, I think, 5. And we, I think, have 4, so... if not for the fact my sword... I got distracted by the fact my sword is breaking. I'm gonna put repair powder in my thingy here. Just so that... Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want to be naked. Let's go run over and we'll say hi to the king again. Oh, the Emerald Teller's here. Can you guys go away? Thanks. We need to talk.
This ring is the symbol of the king. Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east, bearer of the curse. If you are to be the next monarch, then one day you will walk these grounds without really knowing why.
Do you remember, there was a character in the opening of the game, an old woman, who said one day you will walk those to Drang Lake not even knowing why. That seems to suggest that the Emerald Herald was the one that was kind of not tricking us, but was probably doing this to a lot of other undead people who've been marked by the curse. Maybe just gathering a lot of people, being like, yo, you should totally go to this place called Drang Lake. God damn it. Yeah, if he traps you against the wall. What's going on with his leg there? Something weird going on with his leg. There's actually a weapon, a whip specifically, that does a lot of damage to hollows. That is actually another thing you can use against him that is actually pretty effective. I just don't feel like dealing with this dude. There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna... But yeah, there may have been a scheme going around to just, you know, keep talking up Drangleic. It's similar to Dark Souls 1 with this story about, you know, this myth that a chosen undead will be the one to ring the bell and undo the curse. And it was really all propaganda just to get as many people as possible to try, so that, you know, one of them may end up doing it, and then we get someone else to throw themselves on the fire and restart the Age of Fire for a little bit. And then we'll do it again, and then we'll do it again, and any time that the fire starts to go out, we'll just get another undead to burn themselves. But you need a lot of undead to do that. You just gotta keep bringing them in. So you gotta keep hyping up the story. Which also suggests potentially that the entire backstory of Dark Souls 1, the opening that tells you kind of the mythos of how the world started and the souls and the fire, that whole thing may have been an unreliable narrator situation. That's just what people are told, especially by the gods, about what happened and how they're so cool because they beat the dragons. That may all be complete bullshit, just to legitimize their own rule. And Vendrick seemed to think so. He was like, no, I'm gonna find my own way to get rid of this curse. I prefer his overhead attacks, because they're way easier to deal with. I don't know if he's susceptible at all to fire. Not really. How about dark? Probably not. Not really. Magic? About the same as dark, actually. Yeah, that's definitely our best bet. Now, Vendrick is entirely optional. I should point out. 100% optional. However, if you want there's an additional boss at the end of the game, and an additional ending that you can only get if you have beaten Vendrick. So we are going to beat Vendrick. Okay, I went right between his legs. Shocking that that didn't hit him considering Dark Souls hitboxes. We're just going to do exactly what we did to Velstadt. Just stay at max range, and then just poke. He might, he looked like he was going to do the second one. If he does the big two-handed one, he usually, generally doesn't do a follow-up. If he does that, he might do a follow-up. One-handed, he can always do a follow-up. Nope. Now, thankfully, my iframes are very generous right now, thanks to my agility being very high. That delay. That delay. Oh my god. Since I'm only doing single hits, I wonder if it'd be more beneficial if I just go with like Zweihander or something that just try to overpower him with something. Because let's see, this is what 250 plus 187. Zweihander is 250, 187, 360, 166. Yeah, it is more damage. So if I'm only going to be tagging him from far away, let's just go with that and see what happens. If not, I'll just come back after we've done some other things. Because, I mean, he is going to be... I am going to get rid of him one way or the other. Because I definitely want to go for the extra ending. Or the addition, yeah, the... Now, if there's one thing I would prefer Dark Souls did, it's allow you to see all the endings, like, be able to go back just before you beat, like, make a different choice rather than have to play through an entirely, different playthrough to get another ending. I would prefer that, but it is what it is. Doesn't really do a whole lot different, to be honest. Okay, well that does a little more. It does a slight amount more. Ah, just missed. I was ready for that second one. I hate the delay. It's the delayed ones that completely screw you up. There we go. Okay. He's okay, and like in this, like I got him kind of stuck here. It's when he leaps back that all of a sudden now you got to reestablish your like positioning with him. And the problem is now once he's against a wall, you have your way fewer options. So you got to kind of drag him away from the wall so you can start circle strafing again. Come on, come on. Come on. Now, he doesn't really have any phases. He's not going to start like he doesn't have another form. He just hits like a truck. Which, if he's this powerful as a hollow, it makes you wonder, like, what? All four kings were, said to be like superhuman, basically. And, we see Vendrick as a hollow, so you can only imagine how powerful these guys were when they were actually still alive and in their prime. As far as why he's so big, that's one of the things where Dark Souls 2 kinda, I think, missed the point. In Dark Souls 1, characters that were really huge, like, well then again, Smough was big potentially because he was eating people. And eating people means you're devouring part of the Dark Soul, which means, you know, the essence of physicality. You start growing. You become more physical. So you get huge. Same reason why there's giant rats. They're eating people. Same reason possibly why Sif is so huge. He was eating the people that were trying to break into, or not break into, but steal from the Grave of Artorias. God damn it. Dark Souls 2 seems to suggest more that, like, the more powerful you are with souls, the bigger you get. Which is, like, I mean, that's just an interpretation, but like, it seems like that's what they're going for, which is kind of not really what it was ever about. To be honest, I think we're fine with it. Wasn't that much more damage. So it's more just that sort of typical, he's more powerful, therefore he's bigger. That's kind of all they're really going for. But yeah, it does make you think, like, just what were these guys like in their prime? Because we see Vendrick as a hollow. We saw, not the Iron King, but we saw what his body became the vessel for in the old Iron King, which is a big demon man. And then there's also the Sunken and Ivory King. Well, we'll see what happened to them when we get to their DLCs. Yeah, with this one at least I can usually get 2 hits in. Instead of 1. No. There we go. Okay, can you get away from the wall, please? Thank you, sir. No thanks. No thank you. There we go. Whew. God damn it. Let's get around him. Get around him. There we go. Now, one interesting kind of thing here is in the original version of the game, there was no secret, no, not secret, but yeah, I guess it kind of is secret. But there was no additional boss fight or ending that required you to kill Vendrick. Killing Vendrick was 100% optional originally. In fact, interestingly, I don't even think you got his soul from his fight. You still don't. He kind of kept that hidden. If you want his soul, you're gonna have to find it. Now the ring helps, obviously. The ring was kind of another of his security measures. Like, so even if someone finds, you know, even if I die, even if all these other security measures fail, I still have the ring, which unlocks all the places that are also going to be required if someone wants to actually get... If Nishandra actually wants to do anything, she's gonna need the ring. How do you get the ring? Well, you get the ring by going through the Mirror Knight, through the Demon of Song, through Velstadt, through all of the guards in all of the castle. And that's not even it. It's not just that you need the ring. The ring is just the next step in getting to what she actually wanted. It gets even more ridiculous. Just how well he planned. Which really makes you respect Vendrick. Like, once he realized he was kind of being played, he was like, okay, okay. Is that how we're gonna do it? Like, alright, I know what you want, I know where it is. Let's see if you actually get all the pieces that you need to do this when there's all these roadblocks in your way. Come on, Vendrick. Oh god damn it, I was right there. When I tried to dodge roll, I went through his foot. Ah, that pisses me off. I hit his foot so I couldn't actually get any distance. Yeah, this sword is doing fine though. It's putting in the work. I could test the Drakeblood Greatsword and see if the lightning or magic do anything extra. I don't think they're going to. I honestly don't. I think we're probably better off with this. Well, I have a lot of souls. I should probably cash these in once we're done. The other option is I could also try and find... Really? I could try and find the last giant soul somewhere. Although technically you can actually get more than 5. Because you can farm those once you get to the time travel thingy. But I believe it caps off at 5 as far as how much you can actually reduce his defense. But I believe we have 4. So we'd only really be able to reduce it one more time. I mean, I've been close multiple times to doing this. So I'm not overly worried. I need to get behind you, sir. Thank you. There we go. Like, you want him in this pattern. Where you're just ever so slightly on his left. So that you can get through most of his attacks without him being able to hit you. Which obviously I was not doing particularly well there. There we go. Get a nice 3-er. not for the leap, he'd be way easier. It's just when he's actually able to get more distance on you that he becomes a big problem. Because it's moving, it's getting in on him, and that's the risk. Yeah, and if his back is to a wall and you can't get behind him, he's really annoying to deal with. Don't do that. God damn it. Alright, I'm giving this one more shot. And then I'm gonna wait till I can find another giant soul. We're coming back later. But I'll give it one more shot. Let me check how many giant souls I actually have. They're somewhere here. 4. Yeah, so there's one more we can use to reduce his defense a little. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Who knows? I might even find the whip. That I think that might be only from the crows, though. In which case, yeah, I don't know if their stuff moved into like the regular item pool. It might be only from them, in which case I'm not going to use that because that's technically a guaranteed item pool. Kind of guaranteed. I mean, it's still a random item you'll get from them, but because, you know, I don't want any certainty in this run, you know? Other than key items, every piece of equipment I use, I want it to be something I found. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Yeah, I found it interesting how minimal, even like going two-handed or going one-handed really is. It's kind of very similar damage because his defense is just so high. If you want to leap from here, that's fine. Just don't leap when, like, and put your back completely against the wall, because then I can't get around you. Actually, that's fine. You know what? That's actually cool. Yeah. If you want to leap into the center of the room, go for it, dude. But very similar to the Pursuer in that as long as you're riding the left side of his body, there's a lot of the time he just can't hit you. Alright. No, we're good. Perfect. Perfect. Now I can stay right on your ass. Yeah. No, I'm staying right on you. was a delayed one. Those are the ones that are tricky. Okay, okay. Be careful. No, get back, get back, get back, back. Stay on this side. There we go. Yep. I'm not even 100% sure why specifically you need to kill Vendrick, or his, you know, hollowed husk, to get the boss. Like, I don't know what it is about that makes that boss have... I guess there is some more meaning. There we go, finally, okay. Didn't want to, like, speak at any point during that fight. I was, like, holding my breath the whole time. Alright. It is kind of important to get rid of him, also because we're going to be coming back at some point. Okay. Yes, I am homeward boning out of this fucking place. Okay, so there's a couple of places where we can use the King's Ring. I'm trying to think what the best ones are going to be here. There's a boss fight we could do, but I kind of do want to save that. There's also an area we can go into in Forest of Fallen Giants. I think I'm going to save that for next time. I think we're doing okay. We found the king. Things are fucked up with him. And now we have the ring. Meaning now we can go to Aldia's Keep. And a couple of other places that the ring will give us access to. So, yeah. I think that's going to just about do it for this episode. So we will be back with this on Monday, where we will continue forging through. So we have met the king, but there's a specific item I'm going to need before I can do the DLCs. So we're going to continue through Aldia's Keep a little further on, and we're going to get a specific item that then we will do the DLCs once we have that item. And there's reasons for that will become apparent. But thank you all so much for being here. I hope you had a great time. I had a great time. I love this game, and I friggin' got Lucatiel's sword. I'm so happy. To be honest, I could just rock this set the rest of the game, but I'm sure there are bosses I'm probably going to want to, or weapons rather, I'm probably going to want to mess around with. But yeah. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Until next time.